Have you guys done annual reviews ever?
Yeah.
Did you just complete them or no?
No. We'll probably do them shortly. We've
Was this
just
the first year
had
you've done them or no?
we did them last year.
How'd it go? Was it worth the time? What'd
Good,
you
good, good,
think?
good. So we use like a tool called LeapSum, which gives like kind of a score
Leap
on
some.
and you review your manager and then you review yourself. Your manager also reviews you, and you kind of get a score 1 through 5. And you just kind of track it, and there's an opportunity for self-reflection. To be frank, as this year has gotten a little crazy, we have probably not been as forward about it because we've been hiring so fast and the team's so new. But we have turned our year, like we're resetting our year in July. But we'll probably have them coming out here soon. What about you guys, Bruce?
Yeah, we just did them for the first time. And I wanted to share the questions that were used so anybody else can take these too and be able to use them for their team.
Did you
I
guys just
always
use a
think, like,
Google form, or did you do them through Lattice or something?
we did it through this company called Lattice. So I'm sorry, Lattice. And you guys can sign up. It's actually pretty affordable. It's something
Do
like
you do
8 or
your
10 bucks a
OKRs
month.
through there too?
Yes. So they will. So James put all the OKRs for the company. So for example, all the goals for the company for everybody to hit and who they're assigned to. Um, I don't know. I don't think something like OKRs matters under maybe 15 people or so. I think after that, then it helps align the company because you tend to find that, like, are we all pointed in the right direction? Like, are we all rowing the boat at the same speed? But the reviews, I think, could be helpful even at 5 people. And we didn't because you tend to think, oh, well, I'm giving like real time feedback and stuff. But I will say that the annual reviews allowed for a time to stop and really think about someone holistically, which doesn't happen in either just like, lunches or one on ones or just like, quick 5 minutes here and there. And I think that allowed everybody to give pretty good feedback. And we made it pretty short. So let me just read this really quickly. So this is the self-review aspect. And by the way, you could do this in a Google Doc or something if you wanted. But the questions for you to ask were, what accomplishments are you most proud of? Do you feel you were able to fully deliver on your goals and commitments this year? Describe an example where you demonstrated one of our company values. How do you feel your role helps the company be successful? What areas would you like to develop personally and professionally? What can your manager do to help you be more successful? Those are the 5 or so. And like the ask wasn't to spend a day writing this. It was just like jot notes down, a couple sentences, a couple bullet points, things like that. And then the flip side is the reviewer wrote answers to these questions. They said, is this person able to complete tasks timely and accurately? And by the way, the ratings were 1 through 5. And then an explanation. Can they effectively communicate with team members at all levels? Can they handle pressure in stressful situations? Do they take ownership of their mistakes? Are they capable of taking on more responsibilities? Are they able to make an impact in their role? And are they able to easily adapt when faced with changes in responsibilities or circumstances? All right, so those are the ones. Steal them because I think they're a good foundation for it. This is the first time that we did it again, but it did again allow us to like really think and I got some good feedback. I was able to think about different people and give them good feedback, and hopefully it was helpful. And I use this, by the way, as my opportunity because I know I'm not as direct. And that's like my personality test weakness, to be able to like think about it, write it down, and then be able to deliver it then to them too. So
Yeah, I think we've talked about this on there, but self-reflection is such a great opportunity to spend time in deep thought. I think it also gets them to be grateful too when they get to sit with it and be like, oh, things aren't as bad, or ooh, I'm making progress, or I really enjoy the people I work with. I think, you know, the economy's in an interesting place. There's layoffs everywhere. I think the job market is drastically changing, and I don't know. I feel like employees have lately been like, this has been like the first kind of recession since, I don't know, '08 kind of ish. And I can sense a sense of, I have a job. I enjoy coming to work here. I'm working hard. I'm grateful for it. I don't know. How has it been for you all, Bruce?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I think things just aren't as lofty, which is helpful.
Right.
At least in like tech world, it's just like, it was very hard to hire. It was very hard to retain. So things are more realistic now, which makes sense. But the pendulum swings back and forth.
Yeah.
So maybe we get a couple years here, and then it's like heavy growth again. Seems very like interest rate related.
How often are you guys doing, wait, real quick, just so that there's some tangibles. How often should a shop, small business, 5 employees, if you're listening to this, 10 employees, how often should you do these reviews?
This is once a year.
Okay.
So this is once a year with folks. And I know it feels like a very time consuming thing, especially maybe at 5 people or so. But again, I will say the ability to stop and just think for like 30 minutes and like not be distracted or whatever, like put on do not disturb, get on an airplane. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I feel so focused and dialed in on the airplane. I'm like, why is that? I was like, can I create that like cockpit-esque, experience at home? And I think most of it is just using do not disturb, honestly. But yeah, once a year. I think once a year really helps. Just try it. Again, it's very different than the one-on-ones. The experience that you go through it is very different. And I think people appreciate the feedback. That's the last thing that I didn't realize, is that your team really appreciates direct feedback to help them improve, especially your top players. Like they want to get better.
So after you do these reviews, you should do a one-on-one meeting to discuss them. It's not like you just do them and like leave them open-ended. You have to close the gap with a meeting.
Right.
That's like one of the most important parts, because they're and I think you can really identify issues early, and like just put stuff on your radar. But if you don't have that meeting, there are open ends. So even if it's 5 stars and it's awesome, you should still like have a meeting. I think Gusto, we use Gusto for our payroll. It's got a very simple self-review feature. And there's definitely tools out there, but a Google form or something like that, definitely something that shop should be doing.